Now I understand why a lot of people think I'm naive, because I think I'm in over my head when it comes to politics. I've been asking questions trying to get answers, and I was really surprised. A lot of Muslims especially have got on the site and they've given me what sounded like a very fair appraisal about what was going on. It's hard to honor a ceasefire when you're starving and your people are eating grass and the blockade's not lifted. Now, then all of a sudden I see this news flash that one of the kind people here on Cleveland America sent me, and it's from CNN. And CNN is citing all the sources where it shows that Israel actually broke the ceasefire. That was the justification for them going in and invading and attacking. So the guy's sitting there on the CNN, if you've seen it, and he says, I don't understand this. You said that Hamas broke the ceasefire, but it clearly states here in the news, the records, that the bombs were fired and you guys broke the ceasefire. And the other guy says, well, ceasefires, you know. I'm like, wait a minute, but this is the reason. This is like the weapons of mass destruction for the Bush administration, the justification for Iraq. Now someone's going to say to me, they're going to say, wait a minute, that's not true. Or they'll call me a name and they'll say, Israel had to break the ceasefire because the Palestinians were over there plotting something and we had to kill them. So the Israelis weren't plotting stuff? I mean, the whole idea of a ceasefire, it's supposed to be a ceasefire. You stop firing. And if you think somebody's plotting something during the ceasefire, you don't fire, because then it wouldn't be a ceasefire. So anyway, the guy's like, well, you know, ceasefires, you know, Israel reserves the right to break ceasefires whenever they want. The most upsetting thing for me is that with this revelation, which is earth-shattering, which changes everything, nobody cares. The only people that are sending me this video are Muslims. If nobody cares about the truth, and they look at the truth, and they just wave it by, does the truth matter? The truth may not matter. And that's what's scary. So maybe all of these facts and information and winning all these arguments about who's wrong, who's right, maybe they're irrelevant if the truth doesn't matter. The truth will matter when people start to care internationally for the Arabs and the Muslims and the Palestinians. And that's what we want to do here, is we want to breed an environment, a safe environment for people to have dialogue and build friendships and alliances. That's how peace is going to be born, because I know I'm in over my head when it comes to politics and world politics, because I saw what I thought was the truth on CNN and it didn't stop anything. It didn't change anything. That's why a Muslim or an Arab might look at me and say, come on, man, you're naive. What are you trying to do? And they're right. And like Obama, he hasn't started yet, so he can't help. They need help right now. Most everybody I know here in America is outraged that children are dying. People are dying over there, and it's got to stop. The only thing I can think of to do to help stop it is to forge alliances and make people love and care about each other enough to where when these bad things happen, they say, you can't do this to Arabs, you can't do this to Muslims, you can't do this to Palestinians. They're loving, kind people. I know some Arabs, I know some Muslims, I know some Palestinians. They're quality people. They're people that I care about and love, and then we won't stand for it. We have to love each other so we won't stand for this, because right now the truth doesn't even seem to matter. And that's the scary part.